weeks, but it looks like at about 7 weeks, baby stopped growing. So, so tell you what, why don't you come back in about a week, 2 weeks, and then I'm sure everything's gonna be fine. We're gonna check it back out then. And I go back in a week, and it was the same. And they said, hey, you need to just let this go. And listen, my baby, okay, might be something very different for you. Okay, so however God is gonna use this, whatever thing inside of you that you so wanted, that you so thought, that you so expected, and didn't happen, that's your baby in this moment, okay? So I go back, and they said, hey, you need to, we can do all these things, medical procedures. Guys, I'll spare you the details. Ladies were the minority in this industry. I would share for your sake, but the guys would be like, my sons are like, no, stop. So they said, well, do you want to do it natural, or do you want us to help things along? And I said, no, this is between me and God, and it just needs to happen. But then I went home and I begged, and I said, God, could you just do it before filming? Could you just let it happen before, I need to travel 8 hours with my 6 kids, and could you just let all that happen? And this was my first official Christian casting. I was working as first AD, and I remember talking to the director. He goes, I don't know. God is telling me that you're the first AD, and I go, the lady with all the kids, like that's your first AD. Filmmakers who are like, I would never in a million years hire a lady with 6 kids to bring all her.
But you can yell at everybody.
On set, I can. Yes, and I can cook too.
There you go.
I will sleep anywhere. Those guys are laughing because they know where I slept for a week. So I said, Lord, if you could just allow this to happen maybe before. And I was praying, and it comes to the morning that I was supposed to leave. And God put me in labor that morning. And I said, okay, well, this was not the day I intended, but that's okay. We move forward, right? We know what God has called us to do, and we move forward. And then it came time where I really had to go because I had to report by a certain time. And I literally miscarried on the road. So I was having to stop every couple of hours because pain got really bad. And I'm just telling you, again, guys, just Holy Spirit, allow the men to translate this to their own experiences. But I'm pushing, if nothing else, I'm pushing through, okay? And I'm pushing through some rough stuff. I'm pushing through some physical stuff. I'm pushing through some mental stuff. And I'm going, God, you had something for me to do, and you made it so clear. You made it so clear that I'm supposed to work with this team. You made it so clear that I'm supposed to work on this project to happen right now, right when this project was supposed to happen. And so then we go, we do the project, we experience a whole lot of God, a whole lot of devil too, but a whole lot of Jesus on that project. We come home, and I want to tell you guys that at the premiere of that film, it hit me like a ton of beautiful heavenly bricks. I had gotten pregnant again shortly after I got home, and they usually say, wait a little while. I got pregnant. I had my little gal, who you guys have seen, on Valentine's Day the following year, and I had begged for her to come early because what mother does not beg for them to come early? And especially because of the miscarriage before, like my head was in a bad place. My husband's like, you could not be pregnant anymore. We could not handle you. And I'm normally a great pregnant lady, but just so many things in my head, and I felt like she was born on Valentine's Day for God to say, Laura, this is my love gift to you. Thank you for being faithful. Thank you for being obedient. And that is going to come for you guys too. When you have those things that died that you so badly wanted and you thought that God would have, of course, wanted for you, sometimes those will die, but never without Him birthing something else in its place. Amen. A seed has to die and all of its insides come out and explode. It has to be utterly destroyed for growth to come up out of it.
Wow.
Another one of my favorite Facebook memes is when you are at your darkest and you think that you've been buried alive, perhaps you've been planted. Everything is going to have to come out, and it's going to be ugly, and it's going to hurt, and you are going to have to pull over to the side of the road and go, God, hold me together because I can't. But at the premiere of that film, all of a sudden I looked at one of the other guys who was also in this room. Isn't God cool, like that little family reunion? And to share his testimonies. And I looked at that, and I looked at Madeline, and I said, they were talking about the film, and they're like, yeah, we kind of wrapped, it was like mid-February, when we finally, like this painstaking process. Post-production took forever, and God wasn't providing the money as quickly as we wanted, and we had to barter with this person, and we had to promise this person, well, we'll pay you in the future. We love deferred, right? Deferred! That's our way of saying, pray with us, right? That God bless. So they deferred and they bartered and they got this project and they're like, yeah, finally, God allowed this project to come to life in the middle of February. And I went, I lost my little peanut the morning that I had to go do that project. And when it wrapped, God was delivering through me his promise that, hey,
Wow.
what Satan came to kill and destroy, I will replace. And so that said, just use that analogy in your life, however you would see fit, that if something is dying, that God knew, and that he holds that in his hands, and that it's precious to him, but that he's bigger than that.
Amen.
And that it's part of this purpose, and it's part of your story, because I'll be real, I'm not encouraged by someone who's like, yeah, I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth, parents had a Lamborghini waiting for me when I was 16. I'd be like, shut up. Do you have some party to go to or something? Go buy a yacht club. I'm not interested in hanging with the people whose life is so ridiculously easy. You know why? Because they do not get my life. My life is Lego jewels, okay? And I'm constantly going, I'm the kind of girl who will go to the grocery store and be like, hey, so this bread goes out like today. You want to mark it half off? I literally do that. In case you want to know, they will do it. Just stop this. For real, life hack. If you are low on budgets listen, tell your crafty. Be like, okay, when you go to the store, look for the discount crackers because they'll give you half off. Our budget for today, we want to do Chipotle for dinner. So for our little tables all around, try to get the half off crackers. Okay, there are hacks all over the place. I'm telling you guys. So whoever needed that, that's for you. All right, so what I'm going to talk about quickly in my notes is Hebrews 11 is a faith journey, right? By faith, Abraham. By faith, Moses. By faith, Rahab. By faith, faith is tough. How many of you are like, my faith journey has been a cakewalk?
No.
You're like, my faith has tested me more than anything I've ever known. That's awesome! And you're in great company because the heroes of Hebrews 11 were also tested with every single thing that they were. And that's awesome. That's a good place to be in. Now, how many of you would love to be second in command like Joseph? Be real. Stop it. Don't you want, okay, how many want your film at #1 in the box office? Stop it. Okay? A little more hands. I got to keep rephrasing it so it matches your particular. I can just be like, I didn't say you can't come in my room. I said you're not allowed in my room. Like, so I have to say it exactly how you guys would say it. Or you're like, oh, I'm too holy to admit that. Nope. So, if you want to be second in command of Egypt, you ever studied Joseph's journey to get there?
Ooh.
Wowza. Okay? I say, God, would you bless me? Would you bless Christian Cassie? And this is what I want to do for so many others. But Joseph was given this vision. He was given this dream. And the very first step, God-given, divinely directed step, was, all right, cool. So on your way to Egypt, the first thing we're going to do is have your brothers hate you enough to throw you in a hole and sell you to the traveling gypsies. Okay? So as we're on this film experience, has your first step felt a little like you were being betrayed and sold to the gypsies? Mine has. Multiple times. Okay, and if that's not enough, you're like, yeah, but number 2 ought to be better, right? No, because then he's finding himself in Potiphar's house, and he's rocking. He's being faithful. He's doing his job with excellence, even though he's like, this is not what my dream looked like, but maybe I'll find favor. Maybe Potiphar will, bow to me. I don't know. So he's doing excellent. Then he gets lied about. Anybody ever been lied about? That stinks, right? Like, I do enough bad stuff on my own. I mess up enough on my own. Make stuff up. Like, no, I'm stupid, but I didn't do that.
Yeah.
So imagine how Joseph feels when he's getting lied about. He's like, this is for the birds. What dream? God, what? Except we never read about that, do we? We actually never read about Joseph going, what's the deal here? So then he's in prison. And what does he do? He starts with an E.
Excellent.
He serves with
Excellent.
like, I don't want to serve with excellence in jail, so I'm not answering that. He serves with
Excellence.
He serves with excellence, even in the prison, so much so that he is elevated to being in charge of people in the prison. What? So it's like, technically people are loving him all along the way, but not exactly like his dream and how he thought they were going to. And then, the butler, and he's got this dream, and he's like, oh, man, I'm going to tell Pharaoh about you. I'm going to tell him. And so I'm sure that in his mind, if that was me, I'd be like, finally, this dream I had 20 years ago. I've not studied ancient history. I don't know if it was 20 years, I'm guessing. So he's been out of sync with what he thought his dream would be for some amount of years to be sitting in jail, and then for an extra 2 years. Let's see, 365 times 2 days of going. He must have forgotten. Maybe he didn't forget. Maybe he just hadn't had a chance, And then week by week by week, 52 weeks, 55, 75, 2 years later,
Dang.
right? He's talking to Pharaoh, and he goes, "Oh, I know who can tell you about that dream. This guy that I said I was gonna talk to you about." Okay, but the whole time Joseph is still being faithful. Where he was blooming where he was planted. He was allowing that darkness to create a root system in him that he would have needed, because when God was going to break the soil and shoot him up, he had to be strong. Ding! Did the light bulb go off?
Yes.
That was awesome. So he had to be ready. His roots had to go deep. Why? Because nothing else could have held him from being shaken. I mean, I'm just a human being, and I'm the firm believer that every single one of these biblical heroes are also regular human beings. And if faith like that was possible, and if faithfulness like that was possible for them, I have no excuse to go, "God, why me? God, why? Where's the money? God, why?" I don't. He's sitting there, and in a day, overnight, Joseph goes from being this forgotten, lied about, betrayed dreamer to second in command. But the key was his faithfulness the whole time. The key was excellence where he was. Now, does God still have you checking out library books? Doggone it, if you want out of there, be excellent. Okay, are you sensing a pattern that God's not going to move you until you've excellently served in the field that he's already put you in? And maybe he's going to leave you there, but maybe he's not. That's not for you to worry about. Because if our goal is second in command of Egypt, which I believe God says in Isaiah that he wants to put us before kings, that's awesome and that's an incredible promise. But there's a lot of weight to that we can all carry. Like, God wants us to buff up, and I think we should. He doesn't want pansy Christianity, because that doesn't reflect him well. That doesn't reflect the King of Kings well, to have a pansy army. And sometimes when God is trying to create our muscles, we're like, "Stop, it hurts." Right? But then we'll go to the gym and be like, "I'm getting buff." Like my son, my 14-year-old goes, "Mom, check out my muscles. You need any help moving that?" And all this stuff. But I'm going, "Hey," and then he'll be kind of sore, and I'm like, "But it's a good sore, isn't it? It's a good sore." But how come we don't think about that in Christianity? Like, what if we went, "Woo, okay, when that muscle rebuilds, that one's gonna be cool looking. Okay." Because really, that's how we should view things, especially in this industry, because things are not just handed to us. We've got to work so hard. But why shouldn't we?
No.
Why shouldn't we? Look, man, we are serving the King of Kings. All right, now that I have 12 minutes, hurry up through the rest of my stuff. Okay, so for the actors, I'm telling you, and for the filmmakers, but I'm going to talk specifically to the actors right now. Be excellent. Has in their off time, maybe they haven't been given a bunch of money to go to film school, but they're pulling up every YouTube video. They're studying every one of the greatest films. They're there, and they are studying what they can. God is not going to ask us to do what we can't do, but he will ask us to do everything we can. So how many of you want to go work for a director who's like, "Listen, so God hasn't really provided funds and I haven't done much studying, but hey, I'm glad you guys are here on the shoot. We're going to try to figure this out together. I borrowed a camera from a neighbor, so I'm really, I haven't tested it out yet, but we're just going to pray first. It's going to work."
No.
Okay? If I went on set with a director like that, I'd be like, "Jesus," because I want somebody who is served with excellence. Now, if they say, "Look, we have watched every one of the great films, and the last 3 weeks we've asked God to bless this equipment, to bless our time here, and to would you pray with us, please, that God will unite us as a team, and that we will move forward together, giving him our best." That's two different worlds, right? So actors, when you are in your downtime, your downtime is on purpose.
Yeah.
Do you realize that? If God is giving you open doors, your free time is on purpose. has asked you to be faithful with what you've got. And if you're faithful with that, He has been given much.
Too much is required.
But he who is faithful with little, I should have put that part first. He who is faithful with little will be given more. To whom he was given much, much is required. And in case you all need a 5-bedroom house in Pennsylvania, this is the gentleman I was talking to.
9 bedroom. 9 bedroom.
Okay.
9.
Well, look at my family. 7 will be looking you up. Christian Casting has now just found a home office in Pennsylvania. So I challenge all of you to use your downtime. God is not going to ask me at the New York Film Institute if you do not have the money or the resources to go to the New York Film Institute. But he may say, you know what day, what generation I put you in? Okay, you understand, right? That like you have Google is at your disposal. No excuses. We were talking about free books in Ty's session. Books that you right now, right now, that you can download for free. No excuses. We've got to stop with the excuses. If Joseph could serve with gratitude and faithfulness, having a dream that was unfulfilled, that's hard. I get it. I pray God take it away. Just if you won't fulfill it, just take it. I'm cool. Unless you're going to fulfill it. didn't take it away. He said, Laura, hang in there. Be faithful. And so now he's coming to realize years and years and years later what I had to stay faithful. I'm glad he didn't. I'm so glad he didn't. He didn't do what I asked him to do. I asked him to take it away. And he didn't. Praise God. You know, I don't know how many of you said, God, just take this away. Maybe you're not as crazy as I am. I did pray because I'm like, mom too. I'm a mom first. And, and then I'm going, well, that's funny. Give me 7 kids and then be like, okay. Now I should